Hello and welcome to our School at Home class in English Grade 7. We are in the third quarter of our set of lessons and I hope everybody will delight in learning today with lesson number 18. Differentiating literary writing from academic writing. After going through this video lesson, you are expected to define literary writing from academic writing and distinguish the features of the two styles of writing. Before we proceed to our lesson, let's first do the following activity. If you need more time, you can pause this video and continue playing it after you finished answering. Directions. Write L if the statement describes literary writing and A if it describes academic writing. Write your answer on the space before the number. 1. This style is commonly used in writing short stories and narratives. 2. Its purpose is to inform the readers of factual information. 3. This writing creates vivid pictures in the mind of the readers. 4. The writer uses formal tone and expresses thoughts in order manner. 5. The style is used in persuasive and informative essays. Time's up. Here are the answers. 1L, 2A, 3L, 4A, and 5A. From the previous lesson, you have learned the author's different purposes in writing, such as to inform, to persuade, and to entertain. Also, you found out the different features of academic writing, wherein these features were used to point out that academic writing is research-based and it uses factual information only. Writing style is basically a classification of a writer's written work. Writing for a school paper is different to writing for a research paper. Writing styles vary from purposes and characteristics. Today, let us differentiate the two useful writing styles. They are the literary writing and the academic writing. Let us begin our lesson by defining what literary writing is. Literary writing is a style of writing that is used in creative and literary work. The writer uses the power of words to create images and descriptions which result to a reader's fun and easier reading experience. Literary writing is commonly used in fiction, wherein readers are allowed to use imagination and dig deeper meanings. Languages used are simple, artistic, and figurative. It is subjective and less formal, which uses expressions to appeal to the reader's emotion. Literary writing is mostly entertaining, captivating, provocative, or stimulating. Its main focus is to create vivid pictures in the mind of the readers, tell stories, and recount personal experiences. The examples of literary writing are descriptive essays, narratives, stories, and articles written creatively. Now that you already know the characteristics of literary writing, let's study and compare the other style, which is the academic writing. Academic writing is any formal written work produced in an academic setting. It uses words which are formal, standard, and impersonal. It is also written in rigid and follows order or procedures which make the text clear and precise. It is designed to inform, persuade, evaluate, or assert, in which the author needs research and investigation to be able to write factual information. The examples of academic writing are persuasive essays, informative essays, and research papers. Now that you have finally learned the features and characteristics of the two writing styles, it is now time for you to deepen your knowledge and understanding through the guided practice. Here is an example of a literary writing. To fully understand its characteristics, read the text and try to answer the given questions. Sunset. Sunset is the time of day when our sky meets the outer space solar winds. There are blue, pink, and purple swirls spinning and twisting like clouds of balloons caught in a whirlwind. The sun moves slowly to hide behind the line of horizon, while the moon races to take its place in prominence atop the night sky. People slow to a crawl, entranced, fully forgetting the deeds that must still be done. There is a coolness, a calmness when the sun does set. Let's start with the first question. 1. What is being described in the text? Correct! It is the sunset that is being described in the text. Next question. What does the author feel when the sun set? You are right! The author feels calmness and coolness every time the sun sets. Here is the third question. In this part of the passage, the sun moves slowly to hide behind the line of horizon while the moon races to take its place in prominence atop the night sky. What figure of speech is used by the writer? Great job! The writer used personification in that line because the sun, which is an inanimate object, has been given a human quality. Here is the last question. Why do you think this text is an example of a literary writing? Excellent answer. This text is considered as literary writing because the writer uses descriptive words, figures of speech, and non-formal language. Also, the text is fun to read. For you to clearly differentiate the characteristics of the two writing styles that you have just undergone, read an example of academic writing text and answer the given questions. Washing your hands. Washing your hands is a quick and easy process. First, turn on the water and hold your hands under it until they are completely wet. Next, rub or pump soap onto your hands and scrub both hands from fingertips to wrists until every bit of nail and skin has soap on it. Finally, rinse your hands under the water until all the soap has come off. None of these steps takes very long, but it is a good idea to save water by turning it off whenever you are not actually using it. Let's have the first question. What is the text all about? You are right! The text is about how to wash hands properly following a correct procedure. Here is the next question. What are the signal words or logical connectors used by the writer to emphasize the procedures of hand washing? Perfect! The signal words used in the text are first, next, and finally. Here's your final question. Why do you think this text is an example of an academic writing? Amazing answer! The text is clearly an academic writing because its purpose is to inform the readers about the step-by-step procedures of hand washing. The sequence of hand washing are written clearly using logical connectors such as first, next, then, and finally. To test your knowledge with the things you have learned from this discussion, get ready to answer the following activities. You may pause this video if you want to spend more time answering. Activity number 1. Directions. Identify whether the given sentences are examples of literary writing or an academic writing. Write your answer before the number. Time's up for activity number 1. Here are the answers. 1. Literary writing. 2. Academic writing. 3. Literary writing. 4. Academic writing. And 5. Academic writing. Get ready for activity number 2. Again, You can pause this video in this part and play it again once you are done. Activity number 2. Directions. Read and comprehend the selection below. After reading, answer the questions that follow. Write the letter of your answer on the blank. Time's up. You may now check your answers. 1B, 2A, 3C, 4A, and 5A. Here is your last activity in this lesson. As what you did in the activities 1 and 2, you can pause this video again if there is a need of longer time in answering. Activity number 3. Directions. Choose the word that will complete the sentences taken from an academic writing text. Write your answer on the space provided. Your time is over. Start checking your answers now. 1A, 2B, 3B, 4C, and 5B. To wrap up everything that we have discussed this meeting, you need to complete the diagram below and write the differences of literary writing and academic writing. For a full grasp of what was discussed today, this diagram will show the differences between the literary writing and the academic writing. Academic writing is factual, informative, instructional, persuasive. It is clear, precise, straightforward. It is objective, and it has specialized vocabulary. Literary writing is fictional and imaginative. It is entertaining, provocative, and captivating. It is artistic, figurative, and symbolic. It is also subjective, and it has generalized vocabulary. Inside this heart is a letter to our frontliners who are courageously helping the COVID-19 patients. This letter is an example of a literary text. To complete this letter, fill in the blanks with the correct words that you can choose from the box. Write your answer on the space provided. Let's check your work. Here are the correct answers. Thank you for the sacrifices you make, especially in this time of pandemic. Your dedication, commitment, and courage to serve the Filipino people deserve our deepest gratitude and admiration. Thank you for being the nation's guiding light in this time of difficulty. Let us now measure how much you have learned from today's lesson by answering the final activity. Directions. Read each statement carefully. On the space provided, write true if the statement is correct and false if it is wrong. Time's up. You may now check your answer. Remember that learning is useless without observing proper values. So, always be honest. 1 true, 2 false, 3 false, 4 true, and 5 true. After viewing and listening to this video lesson, do not forget to tell yourself this line. I am doing a great job. Goodbye and see you in the next lesson.